Hello, this is a message for Sentinel, and we're just having a choppy stream moment, so I'm recording the readings, and you'll be able to see these on the YouTube channel. Feel free to look at this and other messages, and let's see what we get. The question for this reading is a little bit about just how is somebody doing, what's going on, what's a communication from a little bit of a soul connection. And we'll take a look. So if you're here and you're watching and you're wondering what's going on with somebody you perceive to be kind of connected in a more spiritual soul kind of way, we're going to get some cards for you. We are currently in the middle of the ocean, in the middle of the sea, actually. Look at that. So I pulled cards right before this. I started recording, and that Justice card was the first card that came out, or it was one of the first cards that came out anyway. In the collective position, it was upright, and now it's in the reverse. And so for you, Sentinel, I feel like that was your message. If you got some of that, the message was basically that you are... So justice, getting what you deserve, or like... You deserve to be happy. You deserve for someone to care about you and to express that they care about you. And the message before this was to slow down a minute, because it was there. It wasn't there in a way where we typically receive communication, but it was somewhere, and it was right behind you kind of thing. You may have missed the message, and it's not your fault, almost like somebody was being kind of slow to communicate something, and you may have taken off before they had a chance to say something. So this is almost like a catching up feel to it. Knight of Cups. Look at that. Do you see that? This is like the two cards that were there. They want to tell you something that you deserve to hear. And of course, whenever we're reading about someone else's energy, we're not spying on them. We're reading your intuition, what your intuition picked up. And what mine picks up from reading cards and engaging with you in the chat. This is a live streamed reading for anybody who's popping onto the YouTube channel after the fact. What a strange feel. It's like time is stopping for me right now. I feel like this kind of like timelessness. Slowing down. Maybe that's what slowing down means. Stop time. King of Swords. Oh. It's this here feels to me like so King of Swords and the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups kind of feels like a carefree almost, like you know, confidence. And then there's like, but it's like a youthful confidence. And the King of Swords is like, but I have all these responsibilities. So it's almost like someone who's older, who's trying something a bit younger in their strategy, like trying to do something a bit that feels a bit kind of not beneath them, but in the same way, like kind of they don't usually spend time doing this kind of thing because they've got so many important things to do, you know. But as King of Swords, I give them credit for that. They've got important things to say. Something really, really important to say, and they're trying to figure out how to say it in a way that you deserve to hear it, which is a little bit more youthful. Maybe it's that thing about the spoonful of sugar. They're trying to put sugar on it. They're trying to make it sweeter. They're trying to be sweeter. Page of Swords, because they want to grab your attention. And then I wonder, there's this kind of like reading a book and walking forward and not even noticing. At this point, they would like to shout from a megaphone, but they're stopping themselves and they're trying to be sweeter. It's maybe somebody who wants to tell you something, and if they shout it loudly, you might run away or you might not hear it. But it's almost like that's the only way you would hear it. But they want to do it a little bit more lovely, basically. Getting resonance, energy residue, yeah. If you only knew, if I only knew. Just reading the chat there. King of Wands. Red flag. It's, you probably don't see the color for the lighting here, but the color's red flag. Is it that it seems to me like the message here from them is that they really want to give you, they know that you won't appreciate their usual way of doing things. There's like a bit of a frustration here that you're not listening, and they want to shout louder so that you can hear it, but they know that they have to be sweeter so that you get the message in the way that you deserve for it to be delivered. Interesting. It's like they know that you wouldn't appreciate the way that they normally deliver this kind of message. And so they're trying to almost adjust But they're confident. There's a confidence here in a Queen of Cups. Like the feelings are there. So they might usually be giving you like the words of like the logic of things. And here's the feelings. They're confident in their feelings. They know how they feel. Queen of Cups. They're confident to share them. Why is there such a discrepancy between the King of Swords and it's like you're listening for the words and they're trying to share the feelings because you deserve for them. It's like, it seems like a thing with the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. It's like this moment where the way you're looking for the message, you're not going to like hearing it. You're going to consider if they were to communicate with you in the way that you're looking for them to communicate with you, you're not going to like it. It's almost like, do you take a look at how you're expecting the message to come in? Because they might know better almost. It's like they're kind of expressing, I know you're saying you want to hear me say these words, but I guarantee you what you actually want is to know what I'm feeling. And the words aren't going to cut it. Seven of Cups. All of it. Not just some of it, all of it. They've been resisting telling you how they feel because they want you to have the best of everything. They don't want you to have everything. They want you to have the best of everything. They have all kinds of feelings. They want to curate it. There's something about, like, if they were to tell you everything of how they feel, they would have to... This is somebody who really, like, has trouble getting past the literal nature of things. They would tell you everything of how they feel. They would include feelings that they have sometimes, like sometimes they have what they might think are kind of like darker thoughts, or, you know, they have like kind of, people say that, you know, like dark humor, or they have like morbid thoughts or morbid feelings, or they have a whole lot. They have lustful feelings, they have greedy feelings, and if they were to share all of it with you, it's almost like they don't want to do that. They want to curate the experience so that it's something lovely for you. And in the way that you're looking to hear, there's the Page of Swords. It's like they may have told you something a bit more curated, and you would have said, "Yeah, but how do you really feel? That can't be all of it. What's all of it? Tell me the whole story." It's like the Page of Swords is excited to learn everything, with maybe not quite realizing yet, do you actually really want to know everything? And this is the King of Swords taking the everything word quite literally. Like, I don't think you want to know everything. I don't think you want to know exactly how I feel all the time, because sometimes it's not very nice. Or sometimes it's a bit dark, or sometimes it's... so there's this level of defensiveness that's being put up against maybe an expression of how do you feel, or tell me how you feel. Maybe it's in a moment you ask a question of this person, and it's, how do you feel right now? And they might be in the middle of maybe a more lustful thought, or a more, like, you know, envious thought or feeling. And they don't want to share it with you because they want to share the best of them with you, and they consider these maybe to be not so much the best. Page of Pentacles. And I see you receiving their defensiveness. I'm just going to read the chat here. Essentially, key feature of managing my clinical making a point of not decide that I know how someone feels, especially about me. Give myself that kind of license. It's never nice, right? Need to hear it from that person in order to truly know and accept it true. And I guess there's just a bit of an extension here of like, except also somebody isn't going to want to tell you all of what they feel. As good as being ignored. No input is as good as being ignored, right? So is somebody maybe ignoring answering you or sharing how they feel because in their side of things they might be kind of like they don't want to share their current feelings because their current feelings are kind of a bit, they might have a bit of shame about them or whatever. And so they're trying to be pleasant for you. It's like they have good intentions. The defensiveness that they put up, the wall that they put up, it's like, but you receive and you offer. Page of Pentacles. It depends, like, what are you engaging with? Are you engaging with their defensiveness or are you engaging with their loveliness? And there, Three of Wands, all these balloons, and Nine of Pentacles. You've given them lots of opportunities. It seems to me like they've had plenty of opportunities to share with you how they feel. And if there's silence here, Three of Wands, there's something of imagining. And we got this message, I don't know if you were here last time we streamed Sentinel, but we got this message. We're not ever going to know the full story of everything. We do have to choose what we focus on. And there is a great power, I think we got in the last kind of series of messages, the power of thinking the best of somebody and bringing out the best in someone. There's someone here who has all the feelings for you. They have a lot of feelings for you and they want to share with you the best ones. And so that means not sharing with you what they might consider to be the worst ones. And there's a midway question of, is that really what you want? Like, do you really want to know all of them? Because some of them are kind of weird. And now the feelings are weird, but not everybody's comfortable. You know, they don't want to make you uncomfortable with their feelings because some of them are maybe a bit confusing. It's like you've given them lots of opportunities to share how they feel. And have faith in them. Three of Wands is asking you to imagine this kind of storyline about what they do share with you and when they don't share with you. When they don't share with you, maybe just try to think the best of them. Maybe they're just trying to kind of spare you from what they consider to be confusing feelings because they actually want to make your experience really nice and smooth and romantic, and they don't want to get into all this kind of stuff they haven't quite figured out yet. And so they want to kind of take care of it themselves. And I see that you're really kind of curious. You're curious about them. And I see Page of Pentacles. You're curious to offer them an opportunity or a floor to share. The point is here is this is a reassurance. You're giving them all the opportunities they need to share, and at this point they're choosing to share what they want to share and what they feel they should share with you. And this Three of Wands is asking you to imagine that being the case, rather than them being like incapable of sharing, or them like, they don't have the feelings and so that's why they're not sharing them with you. It's more like, try to think the best of them, that they actually just want the best for you. In the long run, is this going to be the best for the two of you? Well, I feel like one of the things that we've got here is this King of Wands. It's this red flag here. If they were to just start spouting out every thought that associates with every feeling that they have, they might be very eloquent in their words to describe all their feelings, but there's something here to say that you have maybe an understanding already of what it is to be reserved in what you present. I quite literally can see them. They present as colors. Cool. I'm not scared of negativity or mediocrity. It's part of the tapestry that makes up an entire human being. Exactly. Well, and that's just the thing, is you're maybe somebody who doesn't curate, and you're kind of more interested in like learning from just an open book, whereas they're maybe a little bit more interested in it's like they want to take advantage of the opportunities that you give them to give you good quality content. This Knight of Cups is like a good quality. They want to share all the best quality of stuff with you. They want you to feel like they're reciprocating. It's almost like somebody's kind of in a backwards way telling me here that they really appreciate the quality of time that you offer them. And so they want to reciprocate that with the Knight of Cups. It's like they by curating what they tell you. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's almost like you would understand that for some reason. I've got that, these two kings here. What you have in wisdom in terms of I feel like you understand that there would be limits. If they were to just start telling you everything all the time, that would be too much. So they do have to curate. I guess that means he thinks I can't see the other ones. I'm just catching up with the chat there. 6 of Wands. I'm almost getting like a, we've got this. Isn't this looking like it's like when there's a film festival and you get like the Palme d'Or award or whatever? This is somebody who is really into, they want to show you how much you're appreciated. They're trying to focus on their feelings of appreciation. I don't think they always have those feelings though. And it's like kind of supernatural and human to have different feelings, like varying feelings. Sometimes maybe they think you're annoying, you know? Maybe sometimes they feel annoyed and it has nothing to do with you. It's just they're cranky. And this is somebody who really wants to tell you how much they appreciate you. And so they curate what they tell you, what they share of their feelings, or at least they try to. I don't know, maybe you see more because you're kind of looking for more in all different places. But I'm just basically getting a broad message about their kind of standard that they're trying to hold up, is to really almost put you on a pedestal, believe it or not. Like, so careful about that. But, you know, red flag, like, if they start saying that stuff way too much, then careful. But this is somebody who is like, there is good intentions behind trying to give you the sugar, trying to give you the nice stuff, trying to make your experience with them pleasant, rather than sharing every single feeling that comes up. I don't judge what I see. It's part of why I'm able to see so much. True. Yeah, makes sense. Well, I hope that's helpful for you to hear that, you know, like maybe it's just a bit of a reflection that we have here in the cards about, you know, finding that kind of strange little spot between wanting to be totally honest and also wanting someone to be totally honest, but also giving them space. The 6 of Wands is kind of like to appreciate them as they're trying to appreciate you, or that there's a bit of a space in here where where you might not share with one another certain things. And there's something about appreciating that. The sentiment behind it anyway. That actually the feeling that they have is hidden within this strategy that they have. That they want such good things for you. That they want you to have such magical experiences. That's where the feeling is. We can almost sense it right there. That's the core of how they feel about you. That's lovely. Okay, well, I'm going to press stop on the recording, and feel free to check this out in other readings, and come to the live stream if you want. And we'll do some more readings, so stay tuned.